Hi, it's Tuesday, June 27th, 2016. Today, I don't have a lot to talk to you about my school schedule. Today, I actually want to talk to you about two concepts that kind of hit me this morning. One is isolation and one is inspiration. They go hand in hand, I think, sometimes, particularly when you are in school and you're older. You can feel isolated in many different ways. I don't want to sugarcoat it because I've felt it, and I'm sure there's other women out there that have felt it too. For me, isolation has come just from taking online classes only. And I've done that because that's what's worked for my schedule. I was working full-time. Right now, I'm sort of not working full-time, but I'm not in full university yet. So as I'm finishing up this stage of the community college experience, I'm doing it alone and online. That can be very isolating. You're not in a classroom. You're not meeting new people. You're not hearing, even just by being in a classroom or a college setting, you're not even overhearing other people's troubles and complaints because you're sitting around a library or a student union building studying. So you're not having any interaction but the voices in your head, and hopefully the other interactions you're having are the people that are loving and supporting you, and you might not want to tell them that today was a tough day. You felt isolated doing your classes, or it's hard doing labs by yourself, or you don't want to ask for help because, we're older. We should be able to figure this out. We figured out how to do a job. We figured out how to raise a family. We figured out how to do all these things through the good and the bad. This might be harder. So we don't want to let anybody down. All of that can be really isolating. You're not alone. I'm not alone. You're not alone. I point it out because it's just a fact, and I want to make sure that we talk about it. On the flip side of isolation is inspiration. I attend online classes for Richland College, which is part of DCCD, the Dallas County Community College District. And I'm on their emails. I get their information. And today, I don't always read them. I admit it. I get a lot of emails. It's not that important to me. And since I'm so laser focused on just me, selfish as that might be in this situation, one of the things that caught my eye on this was to never give up. I think that was the phrase, never give up, or they don't know when to quit, or they don't ever quit, or don't ever quit. It prompted me to open the email. It prompted me to read the snippet and click on the link and read the article. The article was about 3 women. I'm guessing, reading between the lines on their ages, that they are all over 30. I could be wrong. One of them might be in her 20s, but at least one of the women, if not 2 of the 3, were clearly, I would say, over 30, just based on what I was reading about their life story. And they all had received scholarships for Richland College to pay for, I think it's 3 or 6, might be 6 6 semesters of tuition. And I thought that was really inspiring. And so as I read the article, each of them had a little snippet about their challenges to overcome. And this was a scholarship contest, obviously, that they had written a paper or written an essay. But all 3 of these women had challenges far greater than I feel I've experienced in my life. One was a foster child. She had been raped as a child. She overcame cancer, living in a group home as a teenager. I think she's actually, a lovely, very smart young woman. One of the women had been in an abusive marriage, left that, was in a new relationship that then eventually turned out to be abusive, dead-end jobs, abusive situations, overcoming addictions, trying to find ways out of poverty and abuse. And it was a reminder for me, personally, that my life hasn't experienced a lot of those challenges. I've had some definitely things when I was younger, and I've made some own bad choices as an adult. But when I read those stories, I felt like there's no reason I shouldn't be doing better in school. If these women can have almost a 4.0 and they've overcome these challenges, then there's no reason I can't rise to the occasion either. That I was letting my isolation and frustration about things like my love-hate relationship with environmental science get in the way when I look at these women that have had far greater challenges than I have, and they've risen above it because they want something different. And it doesn't matter how old they are, whether the one is in her 20s or the other woman is in her 40s. And I'm guessing here on those ages, so forgive me if further research discovers I'm wrong, but I was in awe of all three of them. It was inspiration for me to do better, inspiration for me that it's okay to stay on the journey I'm on, inspiration out of isolation. Let's just put it that way. So I share that with you because I think one of the things that hits me hardest is, as the founder of the website Fly Higher After 30, those are the kind of stories I want on there. These are the women I want to showcase. These are the women I want to do a guest blog, a guest video that we post on the website to give you inspiration. That it's not just my story, that it's other women's story, women that maybe have had a harder time than I have. You know, that if she can go through all that and still find the will and the support in herself to proceed and to move forward and to make changes and to become everything that she deserves to be and wants to be, then that's a message you want to spread to all women in general, but particularly those of us that are over 30, changing their lives, wanting to change their lives, seeking something different, and all went back to school to do that. We can lobby for a great change and a great difference. So I applaud them. I applaud them, and I thank Richland for keeping me on your mailing list so that I get access to those stories. I'm going to include the link to that one article in the description for the video for today. Hopefully you'll be able to log on and get it. If for any reason you're having an issue with that link, be sure to just go out and do a Google search under Richland College in Dallas, Texas for scholarship recipients and see what you can have come up, particularly women and scholarships. I was impressed and inspired. So don't give up. We shouldn't give up. And we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves when it gets hard for us. Look, I don't think I've had a difficult time like the three women I read about. But I have my own mountains I've climbed and hurdles I've had to get over and voices in my head that were negative. And I still do some days. And today, that story, it wasn't a video, it was a story, reminded me there are women out there that have had it tougher than I have and that are persevering. And I've been pretty proud of my 3.7, but I'm going to tell you what, the one woman has a 3.92, and now I felt like that put me to some shame because my whole life right now is to go back to school, and I need to step up. You know, I'm not even working part-time yet. I need to step up my game if this is that important to me. I mean, it's just a reminder. It's also a reminder that it's okay to have a 3.7. It's also okay if you're on your first class and you got a 2.5. It's a journey. It's unique to each one of us. And the purpose here is to share thoughts and ideas and help. Email me. You can email me if you are seeking more inspiration or you're wondering where to start to go to school or what you're looking for or just a general question. I'd like to get my school paid for. I need to get on it. There's no reason. I have plenty of time in the day right now. I don't know. It's just been a mental challenge for me to regroup. But when I read stories like I did today, I need to snap out of it And that's what I'm going to work on, snapping out of it. You know, you want a different life, you do have to work for it. And I've always just sort of given into the life I had, and I've been lucky that it was pretty okay. But that doesn't mean that's how I want to spend the next 20 years of my life either. So, reminder, when you feel isolated, or if you're not even sure that it's isolation, maybe you're just having trouble getting going, then look for inspiration. It won't take much. It won't take much. And trust me, the people that love and support you, it's okay to tell them, today was a tough day. You don't have to say it's been tough, it's all tough. Deal with today. The one thing I learned from my son when he was going through something was I don't have to combine my whole experience feelings into one moment. It's today. How are you feeling today? Is it a good day? Is it a tough day? Was today more of a challenge? Because there's always tomorrow, and tomorrow you're going to feel differently, you're going to do differently, it's going to be a whole different experience tomorrow. Today's a good day. I still have a lot of schoolwork to do, scholarships to apply for, and videos to post out to my channel, but today is a good day. And as I always like to say at the end of all my videos, we can do this. Me and you can go back to school. We can get the grades we need. We can get financial aid. We can get free aid if we work for it. And we can all look to each other to support each other in this journey, particularly women. Good luck and have a great afternoon.